making high-quality pedagogy visible is one of the most important roles that a Center for Teaching and Learning can play. And so it's something we take very seriously and place as a priority for what we do. Really, you make high-quality pedagogy visible as a means to not only spotlight success, but to proliferate it outwards and to get other people to start trying these things and to start adapting them and making them their own. And it's a real sort of cultural change agent by making high quality pedagogy visible. And so we do it in a number of ways because I think there is no sort of one silver bullet. There's no magic potion here. So it happens through electronic newsletters that we send out 3 times a semester, and we can surface and tell the stories of people who are doing really great work. Every year, our campus bestows the honor of the Distinguished Teaching Award for up to 5 faculty in any given year, and they are recognized at a public ceremony for the entire campus community to come and see who's recognized this year as the best of the best and what makes them so special and what's happening in their classrooms that is so magical, but so purposeful at the same time. And the sort of final example I'll give about how we make high-quality pedagogy visible is creating community-oriented space for that to happen. So at the end of every academic year, we have an event which we call our Showcase on Teaching, Innovation, and Reinvention, where we put out an open call and we invite faculty from across the campus to come and do lightning talks on one aspect of their pedagogy that they have innovated or reinvented that works. What is some signature piece of something you do that you would share with colleagues? If you were to invite people to come and observe you in your classroom, what would you want them to see, right? And so it's an opportunity for us to not only raise the profile of all of these people, but to also to create a community of scholars who are sharing, talking, and networking. So it's not just for the people who attend and want to learn something, but it's so that maybe 3 speakers who are in a lightning talk panel leave, and now an engineer is connected with a social scientist who's connected with a literary critic and realize that they have a very shared interest in teaching and that something one of them did might be able to be used by the others. And so making it visible is not just to make it visible, but to create actual connections that will proliferate and grow best practices. My thoughts on this are actually really, really simple for what is, I think, an extremely complex and nuanced topic. And my response comes from conversations with faculty over and over and over again. And some of the most common things that they say to me can be captured in this sentiment. For faculty, their relationship with technology and the digital is a very interesting relationship. And the more we understand that relationship, I think the more we can understand how technology will play with the future of education and the roles that it will play. And what faculty tell me over and over again is this, is they say, my frustration is that technology takes up this much of my time, and I get this much back for that much time I put into it or how much time it takes. What I want is technology to take up this much time and to give me this much back, right? And I think as a sort of guiding principle, that's how adapting automation to the future of education will be. How do we use technology and the digital to allow our faculty to spend more time thinking about pedagogy? How do we use technology and digital technology to automate or make certain parts of the teaching process more efficient so that they can spend more time on something else? How do we make grading easier? How do we make grading quicker? How do we make grading robust but efficient? How do we make the delivery of content more efficient, more effective? I think automation and technology and the digital have enormous roles to play in enhancing the way we do these things, but the implementation is going to be the key, right? And if it's guided by implementing it to say, we're going to create the structures for this to happen that will make it so easy for you as faculty that it just takes up this much time. but the return you're going to get is this, because now you're going to have hours back to spend maybe directly with students. You're going to have time back where you don't have to do some of the more mundane pieces of grading, but now you can spend your time giving robust, substantive feedback, guiding students as they grow and improve, right? So I think it's going to be a very strategic process of saying, where do we want our faculty spending their time? And where are opportunities to offload some of that work and automate it, but also where are there opportunities to use technology to enhance that time they're spending? How do we take something that maybe they could only have done with 5 students before, and now it's something they could do with 50 or 500? And I think these are the opportunities we need to think about looking at the future of education. And I think really for us at a place like Berkeley, it's how do we think about the role technology and automation can play as courses and programs and enrollments just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As more people come to higher education, how are we going to be able to provide the best experience possible, which needs to have that faculty-student relationship? How does technology, how does automation help facilitate that? And how can it be in service of really good pedagogy?